Um, Giving up is never a good idea. You just have to try to stick with it, and giving up is never a good option. You should at least, I don't know, you should keep trying.
Just wait some time, take your time, and then finally play what you were going to play.
I would say just search your heart and try to find the reason why you started over, like what was your motivation. And once you find that, just refresh yourself, listen to different type of music, do something different. If you were playing, trying to learn guitar, try a different instrument too, or even your vocals. And then you will explore and find yourself like probably doing something that you didn't even think about it. And you will fall in love again with music.
I have always, when practice has always, made me, I was always kind of bummed when I had to give up a party or a play date. Not I wouldn't actually skip the party. My point is, practices always got me sad, especially when I used to take lessons on Friday, because I was I just want to hang out with my friends, but I have to go to music. So I kind of, at first I was kind of discouraged, but once I got more into music, and everyone just kept pushing me along, and I really learned to like it, and so I think you shouldn't quit, even if you want to, until you know that it's not your thing. But I would not quit, especially if you just started out and you're just mad because you can't get something right. So
yeah, and I would say if somebody's stuck, then that's probably what happens with anything and everything all the time, with whatever you do, and you go like this, and you get better and better, and then you hit a wall, and you hit a wall, and you think you cannot get better, but if you keep trying, then that wall breaks, and then you keep going up until you hit another wall, and it's always a process of climbing those walls that eventually, if you keep trying, they break down.
Well, sometimes when you're learning music, you try to focus on one thing and it's just not working, and trying to do this and that, and it's just kind of overwhelming, and you just don't feel like doing it anymore. And I think maybe just put that aside and find some fresh music you love and just start working with that. Just play a song you love, and you'll kind of feel that, okay, I do like music, and after a while you just feel comfortable to go back to that challenge you're having and retry it and get farther.
Yeah, what Catherine said, just branch out. You can't just confine yourself to one thing for too long. You have to broaden your horizons.
Don't give up. Keep going. It'll be worth it. You might be famous. You never know. You have to be good looking. Like Adam Levine.
It's true.
Well, whatever reason it is that whoever wants to give up, they should just figure out exactly why they're doing it, and if it's not fun for them anymore, then you kind of have to think, if it's oh, this is too easy for me, there's always someone better than you. I've learned that, and I've been I was wow, I can play everything, and then I just listened to a John Mayer song that's only finger picking, and I'm oh my god, I never in a million years could I ever play that. And then now I can. So just keep going. There's always challenging yourself. There's always new levels that you can go. Yes. You're not the best guitarist in the world. You're not the best anything in the world. Don't give up. You're going to regret it. Use the time wisely.
Yeah, you will. Unless it's really not fun, which hopefully it isn't.
The banjo.
It's just fun.
It's stressful.
But there will always be something new that you can find in music that can completely boost what you've been looking for. You can actually enjoy it a lot more if you find something new in music.
And play a real instrument, not a triangle.
Triangle's not a good instrument. just
It is a real instrument, but like
It shouldn't be. Just tap a thing of metal. That's
I
it.
quit triangle and recorder. I was
They
done.
forced you to play recorder.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
such
well,
a
don't
useless
give
instrument.
up.
Don't give up.
Don't. Listen to us.
Be wise.
It'll be worth it.
We're smarter than
And
you.
grow a beard. All the secrets. Hold on,
Secrets are hidden
Hold on,
in
no,
the beard.
let me try to say that with a straight face. Hold on. All the secrets are hidden in the beard.
Let's say you really don't like algebra. Nobody likes algebra. And you're just like, I hate algebra. Do you give up on it? Music isn't different from all the subjects in school and stuff. And it's just as important. And I get really annoyed when people make it so that it's less important than the subjects like math and writing and stuff.
Thinking about giving up, well, think about how much work you've put into it. If you just think that, hey, I'm just gonna get a regular job and not really have any hobbies and just have a soul-sucking life, then sure, go with that. Yeah, and not continue playing music. But think about how much work you put into it, how much effort and how many songs you've played, and how far you've gotten from that first day all the way to this depressing stage of playing music now.
I mean, I feel like that would just be losing a part of your life. That's because music, you have to put a lot of time into it, and to just drop that would just be so much wasted time. You don't. If you're thinking of quitting, you don't quit. You can just, it's still stay at a decent level that you can still play music well, because music is fun. You can even learn simple things, and you can still play songs with friends.
And have fun. I mean, unless if you lose all your friends and there's no one to play with.
Oh.
Zach! What?
I'm just saying, for people that are really down there.
Soul-sucking job. No music.
You do realize that
You're
all these Steve
you
Jobs
got a dark
people
turn
and
on
stuff,
this.
they didn't.
I would say to them that definitely don't burn yourself out with music. If you're stuck while studying or really having an issue, find the parts that you really like about music and focus on that for a bit. And once you're able to really kind of relive the passion, then you can go back and you've been spending time practicing, reliving your passion, and maybe you've gotten better. Maybe you can hit that part now that isn't working, that wasn't working for you before. And I would say just take a step back and look at the big picture. Why are you doing this and why is it so fun for you?
So this is the last video in our series. And again, this one isn't really meant to bring up new subjects. It's just kind of some words of inspiration, hopefully, from some other people. It's really easy for me to say these sort of things as someone who's been playing for quite some time, but I feel like it means a lot more coming from someone who's only been playing for a few years or maybe even a few months. It's really discouraging sometimes. It gets pretty hard sometimes, but you can work through those things. And if you can find some things that you enjoy, maybe just take a little break from the things that are frustrating you for a while and try that. Or maybe try a different instrument if you've never done that before and you've been trying for a while and feel like you're not getting traction. Just one thing in general is to understand that this is a process. It's not something that you do and then you're done. You're never really done learning music. There's always new places to go. And that's okay. And the idea of, people being like, oh, I'm bad at music or I'm good at music, since it's a process, there's not really like, I'm bad or I'm good. There's, some people might have a higher aptitude for music, like they might learn quicker, and other people might learn slower, but everybody still has potential to do something. And something, can be pretty cool. You don't have to be the best to enjoy it. I'm definitely not the best, and I've been doing this a long time. There was another music teacher I was talking to one time, and he joked about the idea that music is one of the few things you brag about how much you have failed at at completing the objective, because there is no completing the objective. Other stuff you don't say, well, I've been trying to do this for 20 years and still trying to figure it out. Like, people will say, well, I've been learning guitar for 20 years, and that's supposed to be impressive, but that, you're still working at it. You wouldn't say, like, I've been trying to paint this room for 20 years. You just do it and you're done. But you're never really done with music. There's always new places to go, which can be really cool and exciting. It just, can be frustrating at sometimes too. So please stick it out. Try to get through that frustrating part. Try to find something that's fun and enjoyable so you can keep on moving forward. And keep on pushing. That's all you can do all the time with anything and everything. So hope that helps, and hopefully we'll see you around in some other series.